It may be January, but you know what? It's a great day for a beach day. Okay, it's a new year and I'm trying to take an approach, probably like most of us, to be more positive. Last year I felt I was being a little bit too critical of myself and of living in LA and even forgetting the reasons why I love it here. So to start out 2024, I'm taking it back to the basics to rediscover what made me fall in love with LA, and that would probably be the South Bay. To get to the South Bay beach cities, you might take Vista Del Mar, which is my favorite road in LA. It's kind of like PCH, but you're more elevated above the ocean, so you get some nice aerial views. I swear, this drive always puts me in a good mood. Okay, so what is the South Bay? As the name suggests, this region stretches along the southern shore of the Santa Monica Bay. It encompasses a variety of different cities, most notably the beach cities such as El Segundo, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, and Redondo Beach. And unlike LA proper and its corresponding beaches, the South Bay is more suburban, which means less tourists, but still close enough to not be too far from the action. The bike path known as the Strand stretches 22 miles from Santa Monica all the way to Torrance. And what I love about it in the stretch of the South Bay, it's less touristy and more laid back. Okay, so it's not as warm as I would have liked. It's 58 degrees and really freaking windy. And for California standards, that's like frigid. But you know what? It's still sunny out, so I'm gonna stay. Let's start the journey by skateboard. Okay, so welcome to El Segundo. Well, at least I get the whole beach to myself today. I swear the beaches are not usually this dead. El Segundo is just south of LAX, so you'll often hear the planes flying above you. Can you hear that one, or is it too windy? And usually they're interrupting your peace. But aside from being a nice little family-friendly enclave here in the South Bay, a big downside to El Segundo is not only do you have the plane traffic above interrupting your beach peace, but you also have oil refineries literally based on the beach. Chevron operates here and actually founded the city in 1911 for the purpose of creating jobs and places to live for its workers. A study actually ranked this specific refinery as the worst emitter of 2 water pollutants, and it's just a shame that companies can legally discharge their garbage into our oceans, because aren't the oceans kind of for us and the public instead of private companies? I don't know. I'll be honest, El Segundo is not my favorite beach or beach city because it sits right in front of this big oil refinery, and I guess I'm really not selling the South Bay too well right now. Not only freezing, but sitting in front of an oil rig. So you know what? Let's get over to the places I love the most.
What is this guy doing?
So right after you're cruising the bike path with the nice rocks and beach in the background, this is El Porto Beach, which is historically a very famous surf spot. There's no surfers out here today, either because of the cold or maybe these waves are really choppy. There is this parachute guy, so that's keeping lots of beach watchers entertained behind me.
I don't know why, I could just watch this guy all day.
Uh-oh.
Parachute down.
Is this man gonna be okay? Back to El Porto for a second. It's historically, again, a famous surf spot, but last year there's been some surfing drama where because of the storms and swells last winter, the waves won't break, making this super frustrating for surfers because El Porto is normally the most consistent wave you can find in Los Angeles. I'm not a surfer. I tried surfing El Porto twice actually, but I don't know. The ocean just isn't really for me. I prefer land activities. Going into the new year, the oceans here faced a major swell and the waves were enormous. So maybe the tides are changing. All right, let's head over to the Manhattan Beach Pier. My favorite pier in California.
Look, we do have some beachgoers today, even though they're wearing their hoodies.
I think it's good to note though that yes, stereotypically the beach is for, laying on the sand and going in the ocean. But here in California, what I love most about the beach is not just like rotting on the sand in the sun, but doing all the other beach activities here, which of course, again, is like the bike path, but also just visiting the piers and sitting on the benches and looking out into wonder. So I'm a big fan of Manhattan Beach. I just think it's so nice and pretty. Sure, it's super, super wealthy, and you can see here that you have all like the beachfront houses that are probably worth over 10, 20 million a pop. Which, speaking of, wouldn't it be nicer if instead of all like these private owned beach houses, we had more dining and hotels and restaurants and more community focused things? America. What's also really cool about Manhattan Beach is that the city is built above the ocean, so you get these really nice views of the ocean as we're just looking down the street. For some reason, the wind is gone now here at Bruce's Beach, and now I'm like getting really hot. All right, the Manhattan Beach Pier, probably my favorite place for a sunset, and I don't know, it just has this really nice aesthetic and charm to it that I can't really put into words. Which, I guess if I can't put into words, why not just show you? This is my favorite place for sunset in Los Angeles because it's so quintessential California. The palm tree and pier backdrop paired with the surfers, less tourists, purple skies, and I don't know, it's just a place I've always imagined in my dreams was SoCal, and here it is in reality. I came straight to this beach after I landed at LAX around New Year's Eve to see the swell and the big waves, but I ended up forgetting about the waves and was just enjoying the peace and serenity that you get here. Again, Manhattan Beach is definitely a very wealthy spot in LA County. Some may even consider it snobby, I've heard. I don't know, because I haven't really interacted with many locals here, to be honest. Could just be a stereotype, but there is a running joke from Hermosa Beach residents, the other beach we're gonna get to next, that Manhattan is a place where Hermosa Beach residents go when they get old. Manhattan may be where you go for Pilates and fine dining, where Hermosa is maybe a place you go for day drinking. So let's head over to Hermosa and see what's going on there on this increasingly beautiful day. And that's how you go sledding in California. All right, welcome to Hermosa Beach, the one that truly embodies the whole surfer bro culture. It's definitely very expensive, but people are more low-key and casual about it, I guess you'd say. And not only was La La Land filmed on this pier for that iconic Ryan Gosling singing City of Stars scene, but Hermosa Beach is home to the famous Iron Man competition that happens every 4th of July. Contestants start by paddling a surfboard for a mile, then they run for a mile, and then they chug a 6-pack of beer. The winner is named after holding the beer down for at least 15 minutes. And this was originally considered a rite of passage for surfer jocks in the city. Does that not sound like something you'd only hear in Hermosa Beach? All right, off to Redondo Beach, and I think let's call it a day. It's starting to get hot out. It's feeling more like spring now than it is winter, which I guess is a good thing. If you made it this far while watching this video, leave a comment below because I want to know, where do you want to see a video being filmed around here in LA and California? Always looking for new ideas. The Redondo Beach Pier is California's largest endless pier. It just kind of circles around instead of being perpendicular to the ocean. It's 70,000 square feet. It kind of feels like a park on the ocean, if that makes sense, rather than a pier. And every time I come to this pier, I automatically think of the 2003 television show, The OC, where they pretended that this pier was the Newport Beach Pier. Hollywood fantasy, what could you say? And has a lot of the show's iconic landmarks and scenes like the bike ride and the bait shop, which no longer exists, RIP. If you know, you know. Anyway, I hope your 2024 starts out sunny as well. I should probably make my way back now. I got a 10-mile ride and it's getting pretty warm out. So you know what? Let's see a sunset from the other day when that giant swell was happening.